Hi guys, here's Dora from the Netherlands. Hey, how are you doing? Today's video is for beginner triathletes. Some, I hope, useful tips and tricks for you. Now, first I will start with have a plan. So if you know your goal, for example, for this year, for next year, know what kind of trainings you are doing the coming weeks, the coming months. Have a coach or at least have a written plan. If you cannot afford a coach, then for example, reach out to someone who has already done so many triathlons, who has some experience at least to advise you what is best, how to start with, what for trainings, what for priorities, going for endurance, going for intervals, going for the VO2 max improvements. There is also so much information on the web you can check out that sometimes you can also lose your way. So it's also very important that you are reaching out to an expert. I will put a link in the description box below. You can find also my contact details and also some prepared plans you can also purchase if you don't have the money for a one-to-one personal coach. I would say that's the best option, because then you can really get somebody who is checking your details or your training details on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, and really adjusting your training plan based on that. But if you cannot afford this, having a written plan based on the distance what you are doing the coming months, then it's already a better option. So I will put the link as mentioned there. You can also see a lot of information about gear. What do you have to do? What do you have to purchase? For example, a wetsuit, a bike, what type of bike. There is so much information. Now, I would say per sport, the most important is in swimming, the smallest thing, but I think that's the most important, the goggles. The swimming goggles, what you will have, most people do use those. You have to find one what is really a fit for your face. This is relatively a cheap thing what you have to purchase. It can be so cheap as 10 euros and going up, of course, to 100 euros even. Small investment, but it can really just ruin your days. If your swimming goggles are leaking, that's not good. And the wetsuit is of course there if you are racing, for example, in a colder environment. You have to have also some swimming dresses, but that's less of an issue in my view. Now for cycling, of course, bike. That's a very important thing. You don't have to purchase a new bike. It can cost easily thousands of 10,000 even dollars or euros. You can purchase it second-hand as well. If you are a beginner triathlete, you don't know even want to do next year another one, you want to go on with your journey or not, go for a second-hand one. You can even maybe contact a friend who has already done some road cycling or triathlon in the past, and maybe he would just borrow for you that bike for a few weeks, a few months, and you can try it out. What is really important with the bike, that the sizes have to fit your body build. Because if you, for example, purchasing one or two sizes too little or too big bike, that frame, you can do some adjustments, but that will be never really perfect. So that's a mistake I think you want to avoid. Regarding running, of course, running shoe, you have to find a pair of running shoes what is the best for your legs, your body. Go to a specialized store, for example, they can do some measurements, they can do some tests for your running. And once you know, for example, the best running shoe what you can try, afterwards you can also purchase it online and you can save some costs there as well. Now for running you have to have a set or two of clothing, so it's not such a big investment. Of course you can have all the sport watches like this Garmin, or you can have all the other fancy stuff, but you don't have to have it as a beginner. And if you find triathlon very interesting for you and you want to go on for years, of course you can invest more money if you can afford and purchase all those nice gadgets. And yeah, that can add a little bit of improvement for your times once the time will be the most important for you. Besides the three sports, what is really important, that's nutrition. Here, basically, your race day can be ruined or can just go this great. So test a few products, test a few companies, because the choice is so wide. You really have to find what is working the best for you. So as a summary, my advice is to have a plan or a coach, have some key items which are really important for triathlon, and that's your bike, your swimming goggles, and your running shoes. and test your nutrition. Test during the training. You don't want any surprising on race day. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye.